Have you ever started a new year with big plans for change? You buy a gym membership, set goals, and feel motivated. But by the 10th day, most of these plans fade away. It's not that you lack the willpower, it's that your system for change is flawed. This is what James Clear emphasizes in his book, Atomic Habits. The problem isn't you, it's how you approach change. Many people think self-improvement is about fixing what's broken. Lose weight, eat healthier, exercise more. Clear has a different perspective. Change is about realizing your potential, not a quick fix. Success doesn't come overnight or within 30 days. It's about taking small, steady steps forward. James Clear's personal journey is a testament to this. A serious baseball injury in high school left him with broken bones and a long recovery. This slow path back to health taught him that patience and consistency could lead to success. This inspired his interest in habits and the power of tiny, repeated actions. Clear uses the term atomic deliberately. An atom is something so small it's barely noticeable, but its power is immense. That's how habits work. Small, repeated actions can lead to transformative outcomes. For example, eating unhealthy meals once in a while won't destroy your health, but if those choices pile up, they can lead to disaster. On the flip side, consistently making healthier choices can have remarkable benefits over time. A great example of this is the transformation of British cycling under coach Dave Brailsford. The team had a history of mediocrity until Brailsford introduced the concept of the aggregation of marginal gains. He focused on improving every small detail, from the design of bike seats to how riders slept. His attention to every tiny element paid off. In a decade, British cyclists dominated the world stage, winning numerous Olympic medals and Tour de France victories. Central to Clear's ideas is his four-step habit model: cue, craving, response, and reward. This process runs every time a habit is formed. Take drinking coffee, for instance. Cue, you wake up. Craving, you want to feel alert. Response, you drink coffee. Reward, you feel awake. This cycle explains how habits are built. Clear breaks down this process into 4 laws that help you form good habits or break bad ones. The first law is make it obvious. You need to be aware of your habits before you can change them. Recognize the cues that trigger them and plan for when and where you will perform a new habit. If your goal is to run every day, decide exactly when and where you'll do it. Clear stresses that your environment plays a big role. He shares a personal example of how he started eating more apples simply by putting them in a bowl on his kitchen counter where he could see them, rather than hiding them in the fridge. The second law is make it attractive. Clear explains how modern food companies make junk food irresistible by combining sugar, salt, and fat in perfect proportions. This triggers our brain's dopamine system, which makes us crave more. But it's not just about food. Our habits are driven by dopamine too. Anticipating a reward, like a vacation, can release dopamine even before the experience happens. That's what drives us to take action. Clear shows that making an activity more attractive increases the likelihood it will become a habit. Another key point is that we tend to imitate those around us. Our behavior is shaped by social influences. We want to fit in, so we adopt habits that align with our group identity. For instance, if you're part of a group of runners, you're more likely to keep running. It becomes part of who you are, reinforcing the habit. The third law is make it easy. Repetition is the foundation of any habit. You don't need a perfect plan, just start small. Clear suggests using the 2-minute rule, where you make the habit so easy that you can't say no. For example, if your goal is to read more, start by reading just 1 page a day. Once the habit of showing up is formed, you can build on it. The goal is to reduce friction, making the new behavior as easy as possible to start. The fourth law is make it satisfying. Immediate rewards are powerful. Your brain needs to feel that the habit is worth repeating. However, good habits often have long-term benefits, and their rewards aren't immediate, which can make them harder to stick to. Clear advises finding ways to feel successful in the short term to reinforce your habit. He also emphasizes that mastery comes from narrowing your focus, repeating small actions, and building on them over time. Clear's method teaches us that the secret to success isn't in grand gestures, but in small, consistent changes. His system isn't about quick fixes. It's about building lasting habits. Atomic Habits gives you the tools to make those small, meaningful changes that will eventually compound into remarkable results.